From the Seasons of the Abyss release, that is a twin spin of Slayer with the Seasons of the Abyss title track right there, and good stuff.
Like some Slayer, man. I've always been I was saying in the chat room, I was always like a Slayer liker, but when I go for heavy music, they're like not the band I go to.
Well, they're a little more, even though they're very heavy, and granted, if you think about the 80s when they came out, they were pretty extreme for what was happening at that time. But
sure.
but of course, other newer bands that came along, later in the 90s and into the 2000s eclipsed them when it comes to the heaviness.
Sure.
But the one thing that Slayer did maintain, aside from their heaviness, is they also had a melodic side to them.
Yeah, they did. They definitely do. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't want anybody to read that like, oh, I don't like Slayer, because I really do like Slayer, and I own everything, and I know every song, and, I've listened to everything a million times. It's just, I think as I've gotten older, I like heavier music than Slayer. So when I go for heavy stuff, I go for, like, Cataclysm or Devil Driver or 6 Feet Under or stuff like that. I go all in, I guess.
Well, the thing is that the more extreme, truly extreme stuff is just, in my opinion, is just sensory overload and not typically melodic in any way. It depends on who it is. It's just a punch in the face. There just isn't any, a lot of it. There isn't a lot of palatable side to the music. It's just boom.
Try this. You pull up on YouTube. Pull up Cataclysm As I Slither. It's KATAKLYSM.
Okay.
And tell me, I know you'll hate the vocals, but tell me if you could deal with that.
Okay, let's check it out. Let's see, what is it called?
As I Slither.
Okay. Here it is. All right, here we go. Oh. Try this one here. Well, it starts out kind of Pantera-ish.
Yeah, it gets heavier.
All right.
I live my life with no regrets. Stripped down from all my dignity, you took it all from me. Every single time you lie to me, I play the game of me. As I slither down your spine.
Well, it has sort of a Slayer-ish music side to it.
Yeah.
It's like Slayer with a different vocalist.
Just it's a little heavier.
Yeah.
It's just, it's definitely heavier. And I know some people won't like the vocals. I love the vocals, but I love it. That to me is what I go to when I look for heavy music. Is Cataclysm is definitely my go-to band. I love them.
Yeah, I compare the music kind of like a cross between Pantera and Slayer, but the vocals are definitely, just that Cookie Monster growly shit.
And for a lot of people, they can't do it. They can't do the vocal, and I get that. I get death metal vocals are either hit or miss. You either like them or you don't. Mm-hmm. For me personally, I like most of them. There's the occasional. I don't like the screamo. I'll take Cookie Monster over the screamo stuff any day of the week. But Slayer Slayer's that unique combination. Tom Araya did not have a Cookie Monster vocal. He had a, he had a very kind of a clean vocal, really, for the most. So you could understand everything pretty easily. And, again, to each their own. Again, I'm not saying Slayer sucks by any means. I love Slayer. But just if I'm looking for something heavy, that's kind of where I end up. That or like the new 6 Feet Under album Torment or shit like that is definitely much more heavier. Some Entombed, later day Entombed is pretty heavy. Stuff like that is kind of where my head goes.
I get you.
Yep.
All right. Well, I got some follow-up stories from last week.
Okay.
Last week we covered Kid Rock and the fact that, he, and let me point this out, he was in his own bar. He was spouting his own thoughts. In my opinion, he was not being a racist. He was just saying, yeah, I don't like this person. Didn't say anything racist. It's just like, yeah, I don't like their ideas. I don't like how they brainwash people. I don't like people who follow them blindly. That's all he said. But, of course, because he said it about Oprah, that, that had to be racist. Which was ridiculous.
Sure.
But this is how the media works these days. They try to tie something into something that's completely unrelated.
Right.
I sent this to you earlier this week, and then our good friend Sal also picked up on this and sent it over as well. Okay. So we must be on the same wavelength.
Sure.
So apparently Kid Rock licenses his name and his likeness out to various establishments, and he gets some kind of a royalty or a fee from it. He doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the day-to-day operations of a restaurant or whatever that he just kind of licenses his name to.
Sure.
Well, apparently Kid Rock has a license agreement with some restaurant in the Detroit area.
Okay.
And the renewal is coming up in like April. And for whatever reason, which is not stated, Kid Rock is saying, I'm not going to renew this. Now, It may not be profitable for him. They may not be paying him the asking price for his, for his endorsement. I don't know. It's a whole business thing. But the way that the media tries to frame this is that this agreement is being canceled because of his quote-unquote Oprah rant.
Okay.
And it's got nothing to do with it at all. But they're trying to roll it into that. And when you read the article, you see it's got nothing to do with that.
Right, of course.
So here's the article. Kid Rock's Detroit restaurant, it's not his restaurant. And the restaurant is not closing. He's just not renewing his licensing agreement to allow them to use his name.
Yeah, it's going to be Little Wayne's place or something else.
Yeah, something like that. But this is how they frame it. Kid Rock's Detroit restaurant is closing after profane Oprah rant goes viral, but he says he's not a racist. Now, one thing has nothing to do with the other.
No.
Nothing. First of all, he doesn't own the restaurant. He licensed his name to it. Second of all, the agreement is coming up for renewal in April, and for whatever reason, he decided he's not going to renew the agreement. The restaurant is not closing. It's just that he's not going to have his name affiliated with it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I see it. Racist, and he got his name thrown off. He got kicked out of his place because he's a racist.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. Kid Rock confirmed that come April, okay, mind you, we're in December.
Yeah.
So if this was really an issue, they would cancel it immediately.
And they'd be pulling the sign off in the middle of the street.
Of course. So we have December, January, February, March, and April. We're talking 6 months from now. Kid Rock confirmed that come April, mind you, 6 months from now, he will not be renewing the licensing agreement for his Made in Detroit restaurant, his signature eatery at Little Caesars Arena that opened in 2017.
Okay.
The space will instead offer a new concept which aligns with our community and company values, said Chris Granger, president of the sports and entertainment of Illich Holdings, according to the Detroit Free Press. Now, again, Kid Rock decided not to renew this.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody said, "Fuck you, Kid Rock. We're not going to go with your racist rant. You can't. Right. You can't represent us anymore."
That's right.
So if you read the headline and read that, it's two different things.
Yeah, but all the people will look at is the headline.
Yeah,
they
of
won't
course.
read the story.
This is how so dishonest the media is.
Mm-hmm.
The news comes days after Kid Rock's drunken, profanity-laced tirade against Oprah Winfrey went viral when the 48-year-old musician alluded to the drama on, in a Wednesday Facebook post announcing the news. I appreciate all who have patronized our place and still have much love for the city of Detroit and the people, organizations that have helped there for years, black, white, whatever. But learned long ago, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Kid Rock, whose real name is Robert James Ritchie, wrote.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the millions of dollars I pumped into that town was not enough. I will let the NAN network and others go ahead and take the wheel now. Good luck.
And fuck you.
Yeah, Kid Rock was referencing the not-for-profit civil rights organization National Action Network, founded by the Reverend Al Sharpton, whom the rocker has clashed with over the years. He added Trump 2020 before specifically listing a few organizations in Detroit to which he donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to.
Nice.
Hours later, he tweeted, "All the BS going on has just got my blood pumping and is only more songwriting fuel for a new record and a tour in 2021. I'm beholding to no one, no corporate sponsors, no label, and I'm going to go the fuck off." He added another tweet, "You haters better be shaking in your boots."
Yeah, pal!
You haters!
Yeah, pal.
The only God knows why singer faced backlash after a vulgar video of him bashing Winfrey. Joy Behar, Kathy Lee Gifford was posted online last week. Kid Rock, who apparently was heavily intoxicated, made the statements on a mic at his honky-tonk bar in Nashville. Many people viewed his comments as racist. Something he denied mid-rant. Oprah Winfrey is like, "Hey, I want to get some white women to believe in this expletive," he yelled. And if you say that, you're like, "Hey, well, I'm pretty sure Kid Rock is a racist." I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm not a bad guy, added the musician. I don't like Oprah or Joy Behar. He continued, "They're like, fucking racist." I'm like, fucking weird. You call your people, I'll call mine. Kid Rock sort of elaborated on his disdain for Winfrey in his follow-up tweet on Friday. "My people tried to get me to do the Oprah Winfrey show years ago, and her people wanted me to write down 5 reasons why I loved her show. I said, fuck that and her. End of story." A Detroit activist group said that it plans to hold a news conference on Wednesday about what it calls a reprehensible tirade.
Good.
So again, so this guy says, "Hey, I don't like Oprah. Fuck her and her followers." "Oh, you're a racist. We're going to hold a news conference."
Well, I got news for you. I must be a racist too, because Kid Rock is saying exactly what I would say.
Well, but see, again, His restaurant is closing just after the day he said this.
Terrible.
No, it's not.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
No, it's not his restaurant, and it's not closing because of that.
Yeah, it was probably, this decision was probably made before last weekend.
I guarantee you. It's like, hey, your contract comes up for renewal in April. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to renew that. Yeah. Agreements aren't working out. I don't support that cause, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, I'm going to put my efforts and my, my wherewithal in a different place.
Right.
Oh, it's because you went viral.
Now, the only thing I'm hearing bad in this whole story is that I got to wait till 2021 for another album. It's already been fucking 2 years. He's due for another record.
Yeah, but it's just disgusting, the disingenuous media trying to make something out of nothing.
Well, you know what, dude? It goes back to what we have been preaching from the mountaintop known as the CMS for at least 3 years now, which is you can no longer give any amount of fucks what anybody says about you. You know, who cares? Let's say, for the sake of argument, which Kid Rock has a black kid, for God's sakes. If he's a racist, then he's got a real strange way of showing it. But for fuck's sake, let's just say that Kid Rock is ultimately a racist.
Okay.
Who gives a shit? Are you inviting him to your home? Are you inviting him to your, to christen your kid? Or are you just listening to his fucking songs? You like his songs, you hate his fucking songs. Who cares? How about you take everything out of your collection from every rock star that ever committed a crime? Okay? Why don't you do that? And you know what you'll be left with? Your Striper collection. And that's it. Just stop with this. Well, he's a racist, and I heard, and they said. Who gives a shit what they said? Who cares what fucking anybody on any TV network says about anybody else? Here's a news flash for every one of you that listens to the CMS, because I know for a fact there are people that listen to the CMS that fucking hate Kid Rock. And just because they hate his music, they'll automatically say, yeah, fuck Kid Rock, he is a racist, he's an asshole, blah, blah, blah. There is that group of people out there. Well, I say this to you, specifically to you people. And I did say you people.
What do you mean by you people?
By you people. If you are one of those that will take what the media is saying, regardless of if you like or hate the guy's tunes, and put that label on him, then you're as bad as you're as bad as the fucking media, but you're exactly the target the media is looking for. The person that's too fucking stupid to make their own decision, to actually look at the facts and say, don't really care, or too cowardly. If you're too cowardly to accept a label that's not true. Like, dude, how many times have we been called racist?
All the time.
All the time in the comments and whatnot, on social media and whatnot. It's constantly. You can go on our iTunes. Go look at our reviews on iTunes. There's one review in there that says, if you like listening to a couple of racists just hate on black people, then, blah, 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 blah. And you know what? If that's what you think, then go fucking right ahead and call me a racist. Because you know what? I don't care. I'll never give a fuck about what label anybody puts on myself except myself. The only person you should ever care about labeling you is yourself. And the only label you should put on yourself is that you don't try hard enough, and you should try harder, no matter what you do. So fucking, I am astounded by the number of fucking people that absolutely give any kind of a fuck what anybody says about them.
I agree.
Like it matters. Doesn't matter. Even your own fucking family. If your own fucking family thinks you're a racist, say, yep, sure am. If that's what you think, then that must be what it is. And I really don't give a fuck, and I'm not going to change it. So go fuck yourself. Take that. That's what you have to do.
Right.
if you want to be a strong person. If you want to be one of these fucking, man bun wearing queers, then fucking keep siding with the media. Keep letting the media tell you what you got to think. Keep letting the media decide what is and isn't good. Because that's what you're doing. When you feed into this, especially with artists you don't like, because you don't like them, you're willing to accept bad vibe or bad labeling toward them, it really just tamps the well, so to speak, of allowance of this kind of shit to stick. You got to be able to say, I hate Kid Rock, but he's not a fucking racist because that statement wasn't racist.
Yeah.
You can be able to say the fucking Westboro Baptist Church are a bunch of cunt fucks, but they absolutely should be allowed to say that God hates soldiers and God hates queers and God hates everybody. You got to be that way. You have to accept the ugliness in order to be justified and right.
Yeah, it's like, I don't agree with it, but they have the right to say it.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
I agree. Well, more Kid Rock.
All right.
1 year after being removed as the Grand Marshal of the Nashville Christmas Parade for his remarks he made in 2018 about talk show host Joy Behar, Kid Rock is back in his position as the festivities leader. The announcement was made after the parade organizers on Tuesday. Last year, he lost his position as the Grand Marshal after he called Joy Behar a bitch.
Oh, my God.
On live TV.
Holy smokes. I'm surprised they didn't murder him on the spot.
For which he never apologized.
Oh, my God. Really? He didn't apologize?
He didn't apologize.
Because then he would have, still been fired. He would have still thought that she's a bitch, and he still would have been fired. But God forbid, he should have apologized. Fuck you, who wrote this? Who wrote this story? That's what, dude. This is a place that we as a show are grossly lacking.
Yeah.
When you bring up these stories of asinine, fucking slanted, cock-sucking reporting, we need to start identifying who it is that is cock-sucking reporting the way they are.
Well, this was written by Clark Sparky.
Good.
From The Blast.
Clark Sparky from The Blast.
Yes.
Nice vacation reference, dick name. Clark Sparky. Fuck
Sparky.
You. Yeah, gee, I don't get that. I never saw Vacation before. You fucking idiot. What a Clark Sparky.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, folks, it's official. My parade has been rained on, he wrote in an Instagram post last year after being removed. But in the end, it's not about me. It's about the kids and the wonderful work they do at the Vanderbilt Children's Hospital. Either way, myself, my family, especially my granddaughter, are going to enjoy today. Sending well wishes for a break in the rain and a successful parade. I love Nashville and the people she holds. Today, I said, screw that Joy Behar. Mess with the bull, you get the horns. Obviously, he's obviously a Breakfast Club fan.
Sure is.
End of the story. I apologize for cursing on live TV. I will not for my sentiment, nor do I expect an apology from her or anyone else who has choice words for me or doesn't like me, Kid Rock continued.
For him.
The musician is in hot water again this holiday season for remarks he made on stage at his bar and restaurant last week. While appearing to be intoxicated, he grabbed a mic and said, I'm like Oprah Winfrey or Jay Behar. They can suck my dick sideways.
Racist! Racist!
Rock said that he motioned toward his crotch.
Oh, my.
Fuck Oprah Winfrey and fuck Kathy Lee Gifford. He took to his Facebook page after TMZ shared the video of the incident to respond. My people tried to get me to do the Oprah Winfrey show years ago, and her people wanted me to write down 5 reasons why I loved her show. I said, fuck that and fucked her. End of story. Richie began in a statement posting on his Facebook page. I am just saying what a lot of people think, Chris Aiken. Not saying I should be, but sometimes I just do. Oh, well, I have a big mouth and I drink too much sometimes. Shocker! I also work hard and do a ton of to help others, but that's just back-page news because the press hates I love Trump. Fuck them too.
Yeah, pal.
I am what I am. I ain't what I ain't, says Popeye. He continued his rant, and you haters and internet trolls can check my touring numbers and shut your ignorant ass mouths. Boom! P.S. I did not get removed from my own bar. Fake news. If anything, I was leaving and the cops were helping me out. Hey, at least I didn't drink and drive. Was I racist when I said fuck Joy Behar? And by the way, I love Kathy Lee Gifford.
You know what's funny about him? Yeah. And this story, has been all over the place. And I think it was on Blabbermouth that I saw it. It's on one of them that allows comments. And my favorite comment to any Kid Rock story is the one that says, he's still around. His career's been over forever. And it's like, where are you living? Kid Rock fucking sells 18,000 tickets in every city he plays every single night. This guy is on top of the world as far as his career goes. Kid Rock has not... He's the one guy that transitioned successfully from rap to country rock or whatever.
Yeah, kind of Leonard Skinner-y.
Yeah, but, he did it successfully without dipping at all.
Yeah, he crossed over very well. He's kind of like Bon Jovi.
Yeah. Yeah. Except for he doesn't sound like shit live like Bon Jovi. It's the only difference. It's unreal. The need that the needy faggots that are on the internet, the internet troll cocksuckers, their need to run anybody that's against what they think down.
Mm-hmm.
He said things I don't like. My wife likes Oprah, so he's a fucking asshole. Well, his career's been over for 15 years. Really? Has it? Has it? Because the guy has probably made, I would say about $75 million in the last 15 years. Who else has done that?
Yeah, as a solo artist.
In the rock world. What other rock solo artist? Who's a bigger rock solo artist than Kid Rock right now?
Aldous Snow?
Who?
No, never mind. It's just a joke.
It's like, what?
You ever seen Get Him to the Greek?
Yeah.
Aldous Snow.
It took me a minute.
All right.
No, I am stunned at the need that it's like this fucking social media has just launched the neediness. The neediness that used to be considered pathetic is now considered normal. We have literally normalized being pathetic. That's quite literally what we've done. Being pathetic is now normal.
Well, I think we did a segment last week called Normalizing Bad Behavior.
Yeah. Well, now, I'm just talking about Facebook and I'm not even talking about the behavior.
Well, I'm talking about the fact that we're normalizing things that we used to frown on or just like distance ourselves from. Like, oh, well, that's acceptable today.
When we were coming up, everybody, every single person, no matter what clique you were in, no matter what little group of people you were in, whatever, the one thing you did was if there was a snitch, if there was a tattletale, you stayed the fuck away from them. Or you beat them up. A or B. Right?
True.
Now, it is what everybody wants to be. Everybody wants to be the one that says, oh my God, just like the fucking Kid Rock video with the girl, I'm sure you watched the video, and the girl's going, he's a racist.
Well,
he's a racist,
we played that last week.
Yeah. She and whoever's holding the camera, if it's her or if it's her boyfriend or whatever, they want to be the one. She's literally sitting there going, I'm going to get this on TMZ.
Of course.
I'm going to prove that he's a racist when I put it on my Twitter. This is going to blow up on my Instagram. Fucking die. Put a bomb in your mouth and blow that up on Instagram, you fucking twat. Just murder yourself. We are now in a world where that is what people want to be. Tattle-tailing fuckwads. That's what they want to be. And it's disgusting. People wonder why me and you fucking can't stand people? That's fucking why. Because everybody... Dude, you were out today. You were out at the restaurant today, right?
Yes.
Would you say that there were 20 people in the restaurant?
Easily.
More or less?
More.
Okay, 50?
About that.
Was 50% of them holding a phone?
I would say more than 50%.
There you go. So they can't even go to a fucking restaurant, sit there with their fucking spouse, eat a goddamn plate of zucchinis, fried zucchini and a steak without tweeting about this shit. Look it. Ping, 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 ping. Look at my sandwich. It's great.
Yeah.
Fucking jizz bags. Or, look at this drink. It doesn't have ice in it. I'll never come back here again. This place sucks. Thumbs down. I'm writing them on Yelp. Where's their Yelp page? I'm going to give them what's for. Cocksuckers. Fuck off. Now you got me all pissed off.
I know. Well, I was against that from day one.
Mm.